Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first reveal our dad joke and this day in history. All right, for Wednesday, April 8th, what do you call a belt with a watch on it? A waste of time. All right. I haven't heard that one before. That's pretty good. What do you think happened on April 8th, 1974? Well, Hank Aaron sets a new home run record. On April 8th, 1974, Henry Hank Aaron of the Atlanta Braves broke Babe Ruth's all-time home run record, slamming his 715th dinger off Los Angeles Dodger pitcher Al Downing. The homer came in the fourth inning of the Braves' home opener and sailed over the center field fence at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium as 53,000 fans looked on. As Aaron closed in on Ruth's record, the African-American ballplayer received death threats and racist hate mail. Aaron began his professional baseball career in 1952 in the Negro Leagues. He then joined Major League Baseball's Milwaukee Braves in 1954. Aaron moved with the Braves to Atlanta in 1966, closing out his career with the Milwaukee Brewers in 1976. Aaron slammed 755 home runs in his career, a record that stood until 2007, when it was broken by San Francisco Giant Barry Bonds. Aaron was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1982, and in 2002, he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Was it Barry Bonds who had the steroid thing? He was accused of using steroids. I don't know whatever became of that. But anyway, I might be remembering wrong. Cool. Well, I would like to thank the following members who started a new month. Thank you to Disco Lemonade, Heather Trigg, and very special thanks to Mortar Shell, who has 15 months as a super supporter. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got Spectacle, Scheme, Associate, Contact, Monkey, Look, Shade, Peer, Goggle, Design, Pull Up, Fellow, Uneven, Colleague, Style, and Parallel. So parking, you pull up, you parallel park. Are there 2 more? Park with style. I'm not entirely sure that there's other parkings here. Okay, uneven parking. I don't know. There's monkey bars and uneven bars, and parallel bars, and pull-up bars. So maybe it's bars. This could be blank bars, but it could also just be kinds of bars. I am wearing purple today, so I'm going to try to get purple first. I'm going to mark this as blue. I think this is going to be like kinds of bars rather than blank bars, which could easily slot it into blue. We can always change our idea of what color that is as we find the other categories. Spectacle could be glasses, but a spectacle can also be like a spectacle thing you want to look at. But yeah, a spectacle and a goggle, like a singular contact, singular eye, eye thing, a shade, yeah. So this is like, the thing is, contacts go in your eye. Normally, I'd say these would go on. You know what I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. they go on your face near your eyes. I'm going to call that green. If this is blue, then that's green. This could be blue if this is purple, but I don't really know yet. But we've got a scheme. We've got an associate, a colleague, a peer, and a fellow, or just a coworker of some kind. So, well, not necessarily coworker, but that sort of idea. So that leaves scheme, look, design, and style. So I do think that my blue is actually purple, because this also feels like a yellow or a green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock in monkey, uneven, pull up, and parallel first, and then I'm going to lock in spectacle, goggle, shade, and contact, and then I'm going to scratch my head on which is which for the final 2. Darn, it was blue. So wait, what's purple then? Is it spectacle, goggle, shade, and where'd it go? Contact? Really, that's purple. Eyewear in the singular. Those should be swapped. I disagree. All right. Well, it doesn't really matter now. So we'll do look, design, scheme, and style, which is green, aesthetic. And then this is coworker. Cohort member. There you go. How could I not think of that? Cohort member. All right, this one was easy. I don't know. Give it like an under a 2 rating. Let's see. He's using glasses as pull-ups. That's fun. They give it a 2. All right. Let's see what the solve rate is. 83%. Yeah, we haven't seen that high in a while. That's a very straightforward one today. Okay, 1 in 93 for my order. That's pretty common considering it's blue, purple, green, yellow. I think a lot of people agreed with me that that should be the reverse rainbow. Anyway, even the percentages. Well, actually, interesting. Green is the least likely to get first. A lot of people are getting yellow first. Second is very evened out. Ever is there's not much to look at when we have such a high solve rate. 6% got only yellow, 5% got yellow green. I mean, that's if you're only looking for synonyms, that's what's going to happen. People are putting contact in with coworker. Sure. I mean, that makes sense to me. I just had already found purple. People are putting spectacle in with look, design, and style. I don't think I agree with that. Interesting. Putting shade in with look, design, and style. And then putting look in with spectacle, contact, and goggle. Interesting. Spectacle, look, peer, and goggle. So these and maybe this are intended to be like, yeah, staring. Right? But spectacle doesn't mean that. Spectacle is a thing you stare at. But anyway, I can see where the logic was there. People are getting yellow first, purple first, blue first. See, blue first is less common than purple first. Although, according to this, green should have been. Well, green is still synonyms, so it's still straightforward. But anyway, contact in with yellow is common as a first guess. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Wednesday, April 8th. We'll do the easy, medium, then hard. Let's play. Okay. So we don't have a domino that adds to 6, so we're going to be going around this way. So adding to 3, we need 1 and 2 because we don't have a 3. So I'm thinking something along these lines should work. Great. Okay, got it. Let's play the medium. Just a box. All right. We do not have a domino that adds to 1. Do we have an... Yeah, we have a 4-4 that could go here. How are we getting to 1? Well, we need to use this 1 and this blank. So a blank 6 and a 1-5. This is what I want to do. For no particular reason, but other than the fact that we have these dominoes. Oh, but okay, I do have a double. I have a double 2 for here. I have this. And then I have this. This doesn't add to the right amount for 2 8s. Okay. Couldn't vibe it, unfortunate. I mean, it was working really well until we got to those 2 8s. I need 2 dominoes that add to 16. I mean, I could do the math and find out what these equals have to be. Because this equals is a 2-2 or a 2-2-2 or 4-4-4, which makes a big difference. So I put 2-2-2 in here, and I added to too much at the end. I put 5s in there, so I feel like I got to put the 4s in here. Maybe I should start with that. But then I have 4-3 here. So what did I add to before? I added to 2-2-2, so that's 6 plus 10. I added to 16. I need to add to 18. 4-4-4 is 16. So maybe I need to do 2-2-2 and 6-6. Maybe that's all it is. No, because the 2-5. Oh, the 2-5 could go up. And then I can do 6. The problem is I don't have a 6-1. Wait, what did I need to add to? I did 2-2-2 and 5-5. So that adds to 16. I need to add to 18 in order for this to add to 16 because it added to 18 before. So I need to take 2 away from here and add it to here, which means these need to be 1 higher. So I need to do 2-2-2 and 6-6. That's what I thought. 12 plus 6, yeah. That's what I have to do. But it's not going to work because these 6s aren't going to fit in there. I mean, no, there's just no way this way. Oh, maybe the 2 2 goes here then, and the 2 5 goes like that. That doesn't actually change anything. Maybe I put a. Ooh, what if I wait? No, I can do this. 2 6. Then I can put the 6 blank up, and then these are going to be 5 5. So I can put the 1 5 here. Pretty much have to. And then the 5 2 goes up. So unfortunately that doesn't work. Okay, maybe the 5 2 goes this way. And then the 3 4 goes up. The 4 6 goes in here. And the 4 4 goes there. All right. I got there. Okay. I liked the math I did there. Anyway, it's too hard. I don't get what's wrong with this website. It just doesn't. This is a rook. All right. How many threes do I have? Maybe I can draw some geometry out here just to see how far this goes, because that's forced and that's forced, that's forced, that's forced, that's forced. I don't think there's anything necessarily forced, at least obviously from just geometry. So a 5 and a 6 go here. Let's see. So I need a 3 5 or 3 6. What do I have? So I have 3 1. I have 3 5 and 3 6. That's unfortunate. I have 3 2. So those are my threes. How many doubles do I have? 5 5, 1 1, 4 4. So a 3 5 or a 3 6 goes here. And this is 3 into an equal, which could be a lot of things. Do I need to look at what I have 4 of, what I have 5 of? Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So these aren't 0. Maybe the first thing I should do is just count my 5s and 6s, because we've got a lot of 5 6s required. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 5s. So okay, so that means that this isn't 5s. Wait, let me just double check that it's exactly 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I know I need a 5 in the 11, a 5 in this 11, and a 5 right there. So that leaves us 4 5s remaining, which is a lot, but not enough to fill a 5. All right. And then 6s, I've got 1, 2. Oh, I have 2 6s. Okay. So this needs a 6 in it, and we don't have a 6 5 or a 6 6 or a 6 4. So this 3 6 goes here. And then this is going to be either the 5 5 or a 5 4. Well, I only have one more 6, which is going to go here. Okay, I had enough blanks to do 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could go 6 blank up. That would make some sense. Otherwise, I can't go that way. I could go down into this. No, I can't go down to that 6. So yeah, where does the 6 go in this 11? Can't go down here because a blank in the 6 would require another 6. I don't have another one. Into here would require blank to have 5 of, which we don't. Can't go into there. So actually, I am actually forced to do 6 blank there. Now, attached to blanks, I've got 1, 4, 5. That's what's left. 1, 4, and 5. So it feels like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What about 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 4s. So I don't know which one goes here or here. But I do have, okay, I've got 3 2 and 3 5. I don't have a blank 2, right? So I got to do 3 5 here, and actually then that means this is the blank 5. Okay, so I was wrong there. Wait, but how does this work? One goes down here, one goes down here. This is a 5 into a 4, 5, or 6. What do I have? I have 5, 4. I have... Oh, no, we can't put a 6 in the 10. So it has to be the 5, 5. And then now we're throwing out a 5 here, so I don't know which one. We don't have to choose that yet. But my point here is that this would go down, this would go down. So I can't put the 5 here. Oh, I have a 1. I have a 3, 1. So that's our 3, 1. This is our blank 1, which isn't what I expected. And then the blank 4 goes down. I guess we did have 6 4s, so that's fine. I do have a 5, 4. I could do that. That would mean the 4, 4 goes here. We do have to use the 4, 4 because we only have 6 4s. And I guess the 4, 2 goes down here. This feels like we're doing okay. I'm going to clear all that. So what I have left of 2s, I have these 2 2s. I have a 2, 3 and a 2, 5. 3 can't go in the 9. That's a problem. So what did I do wrong? Maybe this isn't a double? Or if it is a double, maybe it isn't fully within. This is a 4 going down into here, which we need 2 more of. I've got 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 4 left. So 1. Oh boy. How's this 9 work? I don't think I have a domino that's 9. Did I make a mistake up here? This felt all forced. This felt forced. Was there another choice at all? This 6 had to be here. And then the 3 had to have something similar to the blank. And we couldn't do the 5 because this was forced down into the 5. That was a forced geometry. So that's forced, that's forced. The only thing we could swap is the 4, but we don't have a 3, 4, right? We do not have a 3, 4. So this doesn't have to be a 4, 5 there. Okay, maybe that's my issue. I could do a 5 into this 6. And that could be my last 4. Or no, maybe it could be a 3. 6s love to be 3, 3. But okay, so let's assume that this then goes down or left. So this is the 4, 4. I don't know which way it goes. But it's attached to there. And I'm left with 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 2. So I could do the 5, 1 down. And I could do the 4, 5 this way. And then I could do... How am I adding to 9? What if I didn't do the 4, 5 that way? Okay. I need to figure out how I'm adding to 9. It's got to be 4, 5 because we don't have a 6. So this uses a 4 and a 5. I mean, we could just stick this here. But I don't know if that's going to be it. I don't have a single digit left. Well, how many 4s do I have left? I have 4, 5, and 4, 2. So what I was thinking is this could be the 2s. Because I had a 4, 2. Where'd my 4, 2 go? No, I didn't have a 4, 2. Never mind. So if we can't have a 4 going up, oh, maybe 4, 1. Okay, we have this other 4, the 4, 1. Now I could do 1, 1 here. But then, no, that doesn't work, actually. I'm wondering if I want to do this instead. And put Well, if I put the 4-1 here, I can't put an... So this is forced to be a 4 up into there. I'm pretty sure. It could be a 5, though. Actually, it could be a 5. What do I have available from 5? We have a lot more available from 5. We have 5-4 even. We have 5-1, 5-2. So actually, I think 5-1 and 4-1. And then this could be... No, because this would need to be either a 4 or 1. This would have to be a 1-4 either way. So that doesn't work. So maybe this goes like this, and then I could do the 4-1 this way. No, this still needs to be a 1-4 either way. But if I do this, then this doesn't... How does this work? Maybe the 4-4 we don't place yet? Does that make a difference, though? No. It doesn't. Can I do this? No, that doesn't help. Whoa, okay, this is weird. So what about something like... How's this geometry work? I'm so confused. Honestly, I think our only option here is to put the 4-5 there. And then I can put our a double here, like the 1-1. And I can do something like 4-1 here with the 4-4 here. And then I've got 5... Let's see, what do I have attached to a 4? 4-2? That's the only 4 left is 4-2. So I think this would have to be 4-2. And then I can do a 2-3 here and a 5-3 here. We don't have an equal for here. Shoot. Felt close. I don't think this makes a difference. Could I do 3-2 here? Hold on, I need 2-2. 3-2, 4-2. I have a 4-2 and a 5-2. That doesn't help me, does it? 4-2 and a 5-1. But this requires that to be another 1-4. That's the issue. I think I proved this has to be the 4-5, but I don't know what else is going on here. So if this is the 4-5, how come I can't just finish this? Do we want to do 3-2 this way? Well, I'm out of doubles. Is this not the 1-1? I mean, this has to be a double. If it's not the 1-1, it's the 4-4, but then that uses too many 4s. So it has to be the 1-1. And then the 1-4 goes somewhere in here, and it doesn't really matter how. But I think this is more flexible. No, it's not really. Yeah, this doesn't matter. This just forces that. And now this has to be the 4-2. I don't have a 5-4, so the 4-2 has to go down. This is exactly what I just did. I have a 3-2. Can I do this? No, I don't have enough 2s. Shoot, did I make a mistake earlier? Or is it not a 5-4 in the 9? I don't know what case I'm missing. It feels like I was forced to do exactly this. So, is there any world where this works? No, because this would be the other 1-4. Unless I do something like 4-2 into the 6. I can get rid of this 4-4. Well, okay, so this, no matter whatever domino it does, would have to be a 1-4. Am I just wrong? Is this not 4? I didn't see any other way to do it. This all felt forced up here. So let's look at this again. Yeah, the 6 blank couldn't go anywhere else. So This is one of our 5s, and it doesn't go left. So this is forced, no matter what. This has to be an equal, which means this goes up or right. It's going to be the same domino either way. And if we go here, this has to go left. If we go here, this has to go down. Either way, it's the same. So that's forced as well. And so now what are we doing around here? We don't have a double left, right? We used a double here. That's our 1-1. And then we used a double here. That's our 4-4. We're out of doubles. So this goes left, and this goes left, and this goes down. That's our forced geometry. How are we going to make that work? If we try to put the 4-4 here, the problem is we don't have 4 more 4s. We have 1, 2. We have 2 more 4s. So that's not going to work. So this has to be the 1-1. And now it doesn't matter what happened. Like I've done this a million times at this point, but this is the geometry that's forced. And so now this is my final 4, and it's forced to go down. And then I have 2-3 and 2-5 that can go to the right. If I did 2-5 to the right, I wouldn't have a 5 left for the 11 because I need a 5 up here as well. So 2-5 has to go. 2-3 has to go here. And now this could be 3-5 and 5-1. Okay, this is the case I missed. Phew, okay. At least I didn't make an earlier mistake. Drawing out the geometry helped reason out the options. And it was actually just forced as we went, so that was nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the only solution other than a trivial rotation of these 2 dominoes. This could be, you could do this with the same 2 dominoes, and that would also work. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini and Midi crosswords for Wednesday, April 8th. Let's play. Blank Carlton Hotel Chain. Ritz. Span of the alphabet. A to Z. Cable channel with an out-of-this-world name. Orbits? No. That's a gum. I just think this is going to end in Z. Let's see. Sleeping sound, yeah. I can't think of it. Takes care of as a squeaky wheel. Greases. You grease the squeaky wheel. Toy on a string. Oh, oils, maybe. Okay. Toy on a string. A yo-yo? When a post receives far more negative comments than likes in social media slang. Ratio. World's leading wine producer is Italy. Middle of the human body is the torso. And this is stars. Tofu base is soy. Okay. All right, not too bad. I just couldn't think of stars. If I had realized this was stars, I think I would have just finished the puzzle with the crosses. All right. Let's do the MIDI. It's called 3 Levels of Difficulty. All right, let's play. Members of the fam. Probably ends in S, but I'm not sure what they want. Maybe relatives? Can we like shorten relatives? Tivs. I don't know. Sticks out. Sticks out. Hip hop subgenre with layered synths. R&B? That doesn't fit. I don't know. What layered synths hip hop? I'm not sure. Food that comes in uramaki and futomaki varieties. It sounds Japanese. Maybe it's ramen? Let's see if that's right with the downs. Pollen holders and flowers. I'm not actually sure. 1 of 12 in a certain box. Eggs? Application. Application is probably use. Part of BTW or FTW. The. Okay. So this is probably use, and this is probably the. So this is probably sushi. Okay. Sticks out. Juts out. Command to a dog is sit. All right. Difficulty level 1. Bruce Springsteen's East Street Band. But what goes here? Easy? Probably Easy Street. Difficulty level 1, Easy Street. Okay. Tea kettle emanation is steam. So mad. So you're angry. You're Blank on a true story, based on a true story. I forget which movie it was, but there was a movie that put based on a true story in the front when it actually wasn't, just to make it seem more interesting. I don't know. Members of the family are siblings. So bad is irate. Okay, what's this? Hip hop subgenre with layered syncs. Trap. Intelligence gatherer is a spy. Okay, let's keep going. Kung Fu chicken? Is that FOO? I thought it was FU. Voracious spirit. Oh, maybe it's Kung Pao chicken, because I don't like that SF. Pow? I think it... Let's look at these downs. Vivacious spirit. Spunk. Pollen holders and flowers. Still don't know. One of 12 in a certain box. Oh, jury. Juror. So it is Pow. Is it A or O? I'm not sure. I'll leave it blank for now. Difficulty level 2. So medium rare. Like a blue moon or a $2 bill. Medium rare. I didn't even have to read the clue. The rest, it just came out. The S&P 500 is an index. Capital of Ghana is... I always forget the capital of Ghana. Not coming to me. Maybe with more letters. Opposite of south-southwest is north-northeast. Berkeley School, informally. Don't know. Difficulty level 3. Hard criticizes. Hard knocks. Okay. Not share as blankets. You hog the blankets. Only U.S. president born in Kentucky, familiarly. Abe? Probably Abe Lincoln. Blank Swanson. Cranky boss on Parks and Rec. Ron Swanson. This is an oboe. Instrument with only one consonant in its name. Demographic group between boomers and millennials is Gen X. Shopping binge. A spree. Oops. Spree. Itsy bitsy amount. Like a tad. Opt makes sense. Choose is opt. It's Accra. I was gonna say Accra, but I thought that would be ACRA and didn't fit, so I didn't want to embarrass myself and say Accra. Berkeley School, informally. That's Cal. That's what they meant. Made leaf piles in the grass. Raked. Alternatively is else. Okay. This is all correct, and we just need this. Pollen holders. All right. Is it Kung Pao with an A? Is it Kung Pao with an O? What is it? I'm going to try every vowel. I already tried A. E, I, O, U. It's not a vowel, unless I have something else wrong. Uh-oh. I might have something else wrong. Kung Pao. I want it to be an A. It does stamens make sense? Maybe. Medium rare at north-northeast. Cal. Hard knocks. Hobo spree tad. Ugh. Maybe it's Kung Fu chicken? See, I don't like a consonant here. I don't know what's wrong. Steam, irate, based, spy, jur, use, the, sit. I don't know if stamens is right. Spunk, index, no, this is Cal. I believe Acro is correct. Raked, made leaves, yeah. Alternatively is else, hog, Abe, Ron Swanson, opt. It's got to be this letter, but I don't know what's going on here. All right, I'm going to check her. Oh, it's the jurors with an E. Wait. Juror. What's happening here? It's an O. I spelled juror wrong. Of course it's with an O. There's something about crosswords that just makes me forget how to spell words. I was convinced Pow ended in a U. That's what happened. All right. Anyway, how'd you do? Let's do Strands. Today's theme is we're going undercover. We're going undercover. So we're like I don't know, on a quest or something? No? Are we like a secret agent or a spy? Or are we getting into bed? Clothes. Cloth. Quilt. Okay, so these are bed. This is bedding, right? Okay, so this is sheet here. Where would we do sheet? Or is it just like blanket? Blanket. Bedclothes. There we go. Afghan. Throw. Two more. What's the name of that? Duvet? Do we have duvet? No. Blanket, throw, Afghan, quilt. Skort. Spread. Form. What the heck? What's this? So we're either starting or ending with this C. Because it only has one way in. So core. Or, oh, comforter. Comforter. Okay. Got it. Why didn't I think of comforter? I use a comforter. All right. Well, how'd you do? Hello. Today's bonus game is Clues by Sam. Let's play. So we start with, we need to find who's innocent and who's guilty, logically. Noah says, no innocent neighboring Freya is a guard. So we find Freya, they're in alphabetical order. And no innocent neighboring Freya is a guard. So the two guards neighboring Freya cannot be innocent. So that's a criminal, and that's a criminal. Already, I didn't even have time to steal anything. Donald and Isaac have no innocent neighbors in common. So Donald and Isaac have no innocent neighbors in common. So Eve is a criminal, and so is Hope. Me neither. What is this? Minority Report? Exactly one of us three guards has a criminal directly right of them. So if I double click, we see, okay. Exactly one of us three guards has a criminal directly to the right of them. So Gabe has a criminal to the right, meaning Joy cannot, because only exactly one has. So Kevin is innocent. Row 4 is the only row with exactly one criminal. So this tells us two things. First of all, row 4 has one criminal, but every other row needs at least two criminals. So this row needs another criminal. So Mark is a criminal. Isaac has only one innocent neighbor. So where's Isaac? Isaac is there. Has only one innocent neighbor. So Donald has to be a criminal. Both innocents below Eve are connected. So here's Eve. Both innocents are connected. So that's telling us there's two innocents in the column, and they're connected to each other, meaning Zane has to be a criminal. Noah has exactly two innocent neighbors. So we know that there's only one more innocent between Isaac and Sophia, which we could color, I suppose, to say, hey, between these two, there's one innocent. I guess I had it already. Why do we know that? Because one of these clues. Yeah, both innocents below Eve. So there's two innocents below Eve. So if only one of these is an innocent, and we just learned that Isaac has... Wait. We learned that Noah has exactly two innocent neighbors. Since only one of those is innocent, and we have no innocent neighbors yet, Rohan has to be innocent. All right. Freya has more criminal neighbors than Noah. So Freya has more criminal neighbors than Noah. Noah has exactly three criminals. One of these two and these two. So Freya needs more than three criminals, meaning it has to be the rest, Alice and Bonnie. There's an odd... Okay, I was barely even planning a theft. I mean, I was, but barely. There's an odd number of criminals neighboring Gabe. So an odd number of criminals neighboring Gabe. Currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Freya is also a criminal. So many criminals today. Only one column has exactly two innocents. So this is the only column with exactly two innocents. Meaning this column can't have exactly two. So Wally is a criminal. And we know that one of Olive... Oh, come on, I want red. One of Olive and Tina is a criminal, at least. I don't want yellow on there. Oh, the corner you click makes a difference. Okay, I had no idea. I was just told about this feature a couple days ago. Anyway, we learned some new things. Only one person above Rohan has an innocent directly to the right of them. Ah, so Hope can't have an innocent directly to the right, so you're a criminal and you're innocent. So it doesn't even count as a crime if it didn't happen yet. There's an odd number of criminals neighboring Uma. An odd number of criminals neighboring Uma. One. So we know that row 4 has exactly one criminal. We were told that here from Kevin. And so that's going to be one criminal. That's going to be another one. What did we just learn about Uma? Where's Uma's? Someone mentioned Uma. I forget what it was. What? It was Uma, right? Shoot, why can't I find it? Let's click off the ones that we've done. There's an odd number of criminals neighboring Gabe. Yeah, we did that. Only one column has exactly 2 innocents. Okay, which means one of these is a criminal, at least. Exactly one of us 3 guards. Yeah, both innocents below Eve are connected. We did that. Isaac has only one innocent neighbor. Yep, we did that. Row 4 is the only row with exactly one criminal. So one of these is a criminal, which we'll mark green here. Okay. One of these is a criminal. At least one of these is a criminal. I have to remember that. Donald and Isaac have no innocent neighbors in common. Ooh, I haven't read that one yet. Oh, maybe I did. Yeah, I think I did do that one. No innocent neighboring Freya is a guard. Okay, yeah, we did that one first, I think. There's an odd number of criminals neighboring Uma. There it is. An odd number of criminals neighboring Uma. We know that exactly one of these is a criminal, and we know Wally's a criminal. So we need an odd number, so Tina has to be a criminal. Each column has at least one innocent, so Olive is innocent. Getting philosophical here, but you're still criminals. Now we knew one of these had to be a criminal, right? Row 4 is exactly one criminal. What if my criminal plans were intended for a crime novel? We need to figure out what Uma is. Oh, we can't have exactly 2. We can't have exactly 2 innocents other than in column 4, right? Or column 2? Wait. Below Eve, right? Both innocents below Eve are connected. Wait. No, there was something. What am I missing? Okay. Only one person above Rowan has an innocent directly to either of them. Freya has more criminal neighbors than Noah. There's an odd number of criminals neighboring Uma. Only one column has exactly 2 innocents. There it is. Criminal. All right, I admit, we would have robbed you. We would have robbed you if you hadn't caught us. Okay, cool. That was a fun one. It was marked easy. The Sunday ones were that I did on my daily games video on YouTube and Patreon. That one was hard. This one wasn't so bad. Anyway, how'd you do? And let's spin the bonus game wheel and see what tomorrow's bonus game will be. All right. Double E suggested word 500. That is one of my favorite Wordle variants. So tomorrow we'll be playing word 500. And that is it for this video. If you would like to watch me solve Wordle, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.